Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. It is Thursday night. It's time to chat. So here we are. Good evening all. My name is Martin. I'm your host, joined by Rich. Pat's
Good morning.
gone to a Twilight Zone because for some reason he's got a very violet face. What's
I
was going to say, why is his face so violent?
Violent. I have a lot of ill intentions.
You actually look like you are quite angry at the minute. You look like you got a lot of rage built up there, Pat.
Bad fake tan.
Ah, well.
And yeah, we've decided to do South Stand joins Mancunian. Well, Mancunian South Stand. I know Mancunian Way.
So you could do the South Stand goes north.
There you go. South Stand goes north. Daps comes home.
Yeah, Daps comes home. Yeah.
You make it north of the M6. What for Gap?
And M1.
You said we are the North Stand as we are the North Stand as of January.
I have to do next weekend. I've got to go up the M1 to Leicester, pick up Mike and his sons, and then over to Chester. That's a trek. Can't do a train for that one neither. Well, anyway, thanks for having me on. I haven't been on for ages, so thanks for having me on.
You haven't? That's what I thought I'd ask you. Pardo, by the way, being you on, good evening. Pardo, we will get into that. That's going to cause a lot of issues if that man starts on Saturday. Hi, all Blues. Let's build on a good win. Big up, Adam. How you doing, mate? Savinio gone to Spuds for 85 million euros. Any truth in this? No. Nothing is agreed. And Spurs may be looking elsewhere. Well, we don't know. We'll get into it. We're going to kick off with the transfer news. Big up, Martin. Can't lie, I'm confused with what's going on. People going then, turns out they're staying. Yeah, in out, shaking all about. Good evening, Cathy. I hope you are well. Week of madness. Just wait till Rich starts on his rant. Then you'll see the madness. Insert clip, Martin. Sorry, I'm not on away with the family. Yeah, you go and have a good break, mate, and love to all the family. Aussie, have a lovely holiday. DC, how the devil are you? Hope you are well. Lee Gates is in the building. Big up, Lee. Adam again. Yeah, make sure you say hello to each other as well. Be kind. Blue Heart, 2020. Very itchy. Has gone to Leverkusen on loan for the season. All the best, Itcher. Is that what you're calling Etcheverry now? Very itchy. Very itchy.
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I'd rather that to Etchemessi. I can't lie.
True.
Whoa, please tell me that's not true. Tell me that's not true. I know he's on there now.
We should do a watch along.
Please tell me he's not big enough.
We should do a watch along now. Start commenting, Hamza. We're watching you.
Is he still on? Yes, we win Saturday. I hope Etcheberry. Yeah, best of luck to Etcheberry on his loan move. He's getting the number 9 as well, which is mad for a loanee. The number 9 straight out the shoe.
It just tells you everything you need to know. I'm well happy. I think this is one of the smartest things we're doing this summer for me and for him, because it will keep him happy.
I just know. We'll say, we shall say, big up Dash.
This is the thing, we get to see how good he is in a good league under a shit manager. But someone did make the someone did say the other day, Ten Hag actually at Ajax was quite good with younger kids. So
that's the thing, Daps. I don't think it's a Ten Hag thing. It was always a United thing.
Yeah. To be fair, but I think him going there and getting serious game time, and it not being on loan, and then we integrate him afterwards. The thing is, if he goes there and is very, very good, he might get in that World Cup squad, and then he'll come back to City next summer, and he'll be able to not demand, but he'll be able to be there by merit and say, yeah, I'm here for a place. So I think it's a well good move, me.
Big up Foggy, Steve Black, my own muckers, Chroma Base. By the way, big up DC and the rest of our American friends who've got to get up at silly o'clock on Saturday morning. So big up. We're getting into it.
Yeah, boo-hoo to them.
Yeah, boo. Yeah, but this is boo. This is who. Do you see me caring?
This is my violin.
Yeah.
You've got 9:30. Be quiet, you two. You've got 9:30 in the evening.
Yeah, for about once a season.
That one time a season.
We get 2 good
get the violins out that one time a season for our friends on the other side of the bigger pond.
Yeah.
And yet we don't get a thing when it's 2:30 on the Sunday morning every single weekend.
Hold on, is this like when we complain that when City go on tour, that fans in other countries get treated better than us? Is this what's going? So you lot in America have got this thing going on.
It's like when we finally get the disco, they finally have to get a sample of what we have to deal with every week in, week out, basically.
Okay.
but because they're American and they're a little bit weak-minded when it comes to having hit a snooze button. we have to write all these touchy, not obituaries, but basically
I love it, Pat. We've created a stateside blues down under.
Good
rivalry.
Rivalry.
Socceroos are playing the men's national team in October.
Wow! Tell you what, we might have to do that. We might have to get a little stateside blues, a little blues.
Ed and I have been talking about it on a few shows, so yeah, we're up for it. Yeah, and it'll be a good.
This will be me.
Yeah. And the best thing about it too is it'll be on at about midday here, so at least I won't be complaining about getting up at 6 a.m.
Ed's hopefully joining us. Not hoping for Rodrigo. Oh, by the way, quick little shout out. I promised I would do this. I am going. I will be there with my family. Oldham Athletic, Manchester City under 21s, Tuesday night in the Northern Group A of the Virtu Trophy of the EFL. Used to be the auto windscreen and all that jizz and jazz. 7 p.m. kickoff, Boundary Park. Around about 250, 300 tickets have been sold. Hoping for about 500-600. I mean, if we can get more than that, wild. I know we had 2 or 3 blocks at the Joe Royal stand already taken. £10 an adult, £5 a child. Get to go and see Macassar and the boys on a night out. So, yeah. Boundary Park, up the road if you are local. 7 p.m.
You get to see him on a night out?
Well, you get to see him play football.
Oh, right. And, well, that's not a night out, is it? I was going to say, if you get to see him on a night out, it might be worth.
No, you don't want to go Oldham for a night out, mate. You don't go Oldham for a night out. No, you don't go for a night out in Oldham. King Clad's there. Big up. Loving that. Good evening, Blues. A legend. Why not the West Side? Have you seen Rich's face? Rich is too thing to be anywhere near on the West Side. Anyway, right, let's get into it, boys. Right, I mean, tell you what, let's start with a bit of fun. Fabrizio said I'd start with this. Fabrizio's throwing shade out to all the City creators tonight. LB's catching shade. City Chiefs catching shade. Everyone's catching shade tonight. Is Fabrizio a bit upset? The poor guy.
I feel like he got embarrassed.
He's not happy, but no.
That Italian, you know, he's been doing a lot of that. Hey, these City boys, eh? He is Italian, right? I presume.
Yes.
He is.
Hey, these City boys. They take me for a fool, eh? They think I'm Ben Jacobs.
Papa Boopy.
Well, it does seem like he's pissing City off, though.
We're going to talk about that later on in it because, yeah, I think that's happening this weekend, Andrew. Yes, will the integrated cameras be on? Are we going to get our pictures taken as we go into the stadium?
Oh, will there
No.
be issues like there was at Old Trafford last weekend? You see them?
I heard about it. I've not seen anything.
I've seen footage like when the game had kicked off, like midway into the first half, the queue around the ticket office for people that basically weren't able to get into the ground was mental. And I guess first home game of the season, it does seem to be most clubs' first home game of the season. There usually does seem to be, because I know there was at Chelsea last week as well. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would not actually be surprised if we see some sort of issue.
Is everyone doing this thing now?
Shit, 1 second.
Is everyone doing the camera things now? Going it? There must be. I thought it was only us. AK off to Everton. Nope. Load of garbage. Don't worry about that one. Martin, do you like Sale? Sale's very nice. Bit too posh for me, Sale. Sale's too posh for me. Saying that, my auntie and uncle live in Hale.
Well, Hale's mad posh.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of Hale. They live literally bang opposite Altrincham Stadium, which you know where Hale is.
Yeah.
It's kind of bordering Altrincham Hale. It's all over the gaff.
So they tell. So depending what party they're at, they either say Altrincham or Hale.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Got you.
And I've got to call it aunt, not aunt.
Depends if they're in a jewelry shop on King Street, then they're telling everyone that they're from Hale.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If they're in Piccadilly, Piccadilly Gardens, they're saying Altrincham. Right. Got you.
Yeah. So yeah. Yo, Felix, so finest. Right. Updates on this is like I say, I always say reportedly, so I will say what I always say reportedly. Akanji has up to 6 clubs. Oh, I'll just turn that off so it's not that's his face. Up to 6 clubs are after him. Leverkusen is one. There was another German club that's gone at me. He had 2 Premier League clubs, Galatasaray and one other club. So Jack Gorn did say he was right. Yeah, he has got a number of options, which I think why he was maybe sideswiping the Galatasaray stuff yesterday, because he's got mega options, and I think the club will sell Akanji. Gundogan Gundogan is likely to maybe not be here as well. I think things have changed with that one. We'll see what moves on with that. Sabinho, no bid has come. We are still at no bid. It is what it is. I will say one thing. I did ask, and this is what I got back. People are hearing everyone blaming City, blaming Soriano.
Yeah, I've already seen that blaming.
Sabinho.
Yeah, the blaming's mad.
This is down to one club, and that is Tottenham. Tottenham need to offer 1, the correct fee, and 2, the correct payment types. Because what you got to realise when you do a transfer is Manchester City generally pay installments of like 2 payments. So they pay quite a big upfront. And they like to get it done in 2 payments, possibly 3, depending on the size of the fee. But generally 2 payments and we're done. They don't do it across the contract. So if they go to Rodrigo, Real Madrid, and Madrid would say, we want to do this over 2 years and not the length of the contract, and we've got 80 million coming in, but it's over the length of 5, City have already spent, what, 350 million since January? The City do have a budget. It's not unlimited resource, put it that way. And sometimes it is just down to payments, and it's down to so many different things. Edison, I don't know if this is true. Again, reportedly, they have agreed a fee. They have not agreed payment structure again.
Right, question, Martin. You might know this. So, if you're in a different job, say not football, right? Your bonus will be rated like so. Your bonus will be based on certain objectives, right? And probably you'll get a heftier bonus if you hit all of your objectives. Do you think Viana has a objective of, like, I don't know, being net X amount to get a maximum bonus? It's just a genuine question, like, because I would imagine they probably do, right?
I'd ask Rich. That's Rich's area of fatigue that I'd have.
It depends on the long-term plans and objectives. He might do, but it might be over many seasons because, you know, if we get an injury or anything happens, like
true,
that could blow that out. So
they
would
they'd have to.
They would want him to do the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're right.
But he might have. He might have objectives about, you know, he'll have objectives overall about a net spend over many years, I'm sure, but they'd probably be careful not to restrict him. Yeah, you're right, because then you're right. They'd have to put too many clauses in there, I guess. Now, just a random question. Sorry, it is random as hell, but you know I am random, so.
Yeah. So that basically that's where we're at. We're just stuck in a mire. There was a rumor today, and again, I don't know where it's come from. City may still sign Donnarumma, even if Edison does not go.
I saw that the other day. I can't believe that. This. Nah,
I don't see us racking 5
goals. We've still got
Ortega anyway. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If we did do that, it would be nice if just out of nowhere we said, "Not really. We never did sell Carson," and Carson's there as well. And we can have like literally a picture of 6 of them with Carson there with a big grin at the front.
That'll just be
City with goalkeepers. That'd be like Arsenal with left backs.
Hey, you could do Carson, Bertinelli, and Trafford versus Edison, Donnarumma, and Ortega. Mud wrestling.
I'd just make a rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
I'm not doing percentages anymore, Cade. You're not doing me on that again. I got done, and no one is leaving me on the 98% anymore, so I'm not doing percentages anymore.
32%. Exactly. And it might be 31 by the end of the show.
Yeah. Cheers, Dash. I think, and listen, I don't expect fans and everyone to understand transfers within their entirety. If you don't ask, you don't know. And the only reason I found out some of this, I asked. I said, well, what goes behind the transfer? And you don't realise about registering an interest with the club. Then it has to go to the FA and the Premier League or the association, the country they're in. There's just so many things that tick over within a transfer. Some people do think it's just put a bid in, ring up, put the bid in, down, transfer the money to the bank, and away we go. I wish it was that frigging simple.
Martin, remember Gavardio's transfer? I said this on your show earlier, Daps. I said with Gavardio's transfer, what they originally wanted us to pay about 90 to 100 million euro, but that was because they were expecting to be paid over either the course of the contract or within about 4 installments.
Yeah.
And then we basically turned around and said, no, we don't want to break the record for a centre back because that's still the Rags and Harry Maguire. So they said, no, we'll pay this amount, which was going to be less, and we'll do it in 2 installments. And then Leipzig's gone, all right, yep, sounds good to me. Sign him up, off you go.
No. I was just saying, because Benny's way off topic. Benny's amazed because our very own Rich has got a CD collection sat behind him.
I have.
Yeah, look at. I was looking at that.
Show us all, Rich. Come on. You've not got a Spotify.
No, hold on. Forget the CD collection. If
don't look at his book collection.
Hold on. Oh, is that a book? So is the other
collection.
side? Is that books? I wasn't sure if that was books or VHS. I've got a book.
They're books.
Down here, you know.
No, some of them are like first editions of.
They're all,
you know,
Shakespeare.
For the record, I still have CDs, but I still have CDs in the house. But my collection of vinyls has taken over. I've got more vinyls than CDs now.
Yeah, we've not got as many vinyls. We've still got a lot of vinyls. I've still got vinyls from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got out in my garage. I've got hundreds. I used to DJ, so I've got literally. One day I'll get them all out. My book collection, though, might be a bit different to yours. Hold on.
Where's your tape collection, Rich? Have we got a tape collection?
No.
Yeah, where's your 8-track, Rich?
I have got a couple of old tapes, but hardly any.
Old girlfriends tucked away in a cupboard.
Couple of old mixtapes.
What have we got here?
You got there, yeah. Hang on, I'll put in full screen.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong person.
Hang
on. Oh, that's not working.
Suicide Squad. Got what's this one? Terrace Legends. No, hold on. The best ones are. There we go. Governors. You read that one, Martin?
No. I've seen a few documentaries. What was I saw the Panorama one. I saw the guy with was he Irish or Scottish? When he went and got involved in the Chelsea gang.
What? Michael McIntyre.
Yeah. What's that?
That was classic. That was when I was
a kid.
That
Blazing Squad documentary.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
And I don't mean the band people. I don't mean the band.
That one's quality as well. That one on the ICF.
Yeah,
that one's on West Ham's. That one's on West Ham's like ICF.
Yeah,
and then one on Zulu as well.
Have you seen the Michael McIntyre?
Just very quickly. Alan may not be on. I know he was on Samson this morning, but he is in and out. His father is very, very poorly. And I just want to wish Alan all the best and his family from all of us here at the Mancunian Way. He's home. And we wish him all the best and that he gets well. And to his mother, to his sister, to everyone, keep fighting. And we wish you all the best. But Alan is doing very good and he's doing his son duties tonight. So big up, Alan. He will be back soon. He has sent his predictions in.
Looks very peaceful where he is as well, I must say.
It is there.
Beautiful part of the world, beautiful part of the world.
Not
it's
bad.
Too quiet for me.
Yeah, I can. Too many spiders for me. I've already said this.
I couldn't sit on a toilet in Australia.
It might be too cold for spiders in Tasmania.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure I don't think they get that many. They've got tiger snakes, but a lot of the stuff.
Hold on, that alone.
Oh, they'd definitely be hibernating now, though.
Hold on. A tiger snake, yeah. That's where you know that your country is fucked. When your snakes are called tigers. That just sounds threatening in every single type of way.
Yeah. I nearly got bitten by a juvenile tiger a couple of years back.
There we go. A what?
Yeah. A juvenile tiger snake.
Yeah. Nah. Different world.
I got caught up in the investigation because I was friends with Mickey. What did you forget? Naughty boy.
Yeah.
No wonder he keeps donating so many.
Naughty boy, Mick. Hey, Foggy, have I got
is that part of your community service, Foggy? Is that part of your community service to give us all the memberships?
Am I going to get a knock on the door, Foggy, very soon, mate? Come with me.
He became a wrestler.
And Foggy? No, I don't think he did.
Mickey Francis, and I remember he was stood next to us in the Green Man at the FA Cup in 2011, and his neck.
We don't talk about the Green Man.
I'm not small, and his neck was bigger than my shoulders. It was.
No, we don't talk about the Green Man anymore.
Rich
nearly died.
He sends me random messages maybe once every. He sends me messages maybe once every few months, like, "All right, mate, hope the Sydney Blues are doing well." And like about 5% of the words he sent are like he actually spelt correctly.
I'd say Rich and the Green Man.
He's a character. He's top bloke. But he's a
the
bloody
chat,
character.
and Daps saw me when I hit the Green Man. Lenny only saw me halfway up. It was about 30 degrees, and I was finished. I could have gone home, never mind gone to Wembley. I was going home. I was finished. Poor Lenny was like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "No, really not." I was a huffing and a puffing on the way up. Part of the reason why I did my weight loss.
All thanks to the Green Man.
Yeah. So you can blame the Green Man for my diet. I'm not going in hospital. Yeah. Anyway, right. Do we think Savinio happens? Or because listen, I'm not going to do Rodrigo talk. I think it's pointless because Rodrigo doesn't. We cannot even entertain Rodrigo until Savinio is on the table to go.
I must say, I quite like your chat. Your chat's not full of people saying we must talk about Rodrigo.
No, because we have a very mature, older, amazing. We have the best chat in the business.
Fair play.
Family, because we're not a chat. It's a family. It's their channel, Daps.
You should hear what he says about you behind your back, people. But anyway, yeah. I'm joking.
I find the Rodrigo stuff to me is a bit pointless now. And someone will come on and go, "Why you don't want him?" No, because you can't do Rodrigo till Savinio's gone, and I don't want to kill Savinio while he's still at the club.
Oh, but hold on. But once he leaves, you'll kill him.
No, I don't mean that. What I mean is, I want to do the respect thing. If we do, we don't do Hills, do it? No, you are spot on, Lena. We don't. But yeah, Savinio. Personally, I don't think Spurs will bid for what we want. Don't think they're going to get to £75 million. I really.
Well, I think they will, but it won't be the way that we want it to be.
Oh.
It will. It'll be over 20 years, and you and every City content creator will end up with a few free tickets to the NFL when they play at Tottenham next season.
There'll be. I mean, it's a bit simpler than that. City will know what City's annual cost of capital is, and they'll present value any bid Spurs make depending on the payments. So, we'd happily accept a certain fee over 5 years, a certain fee over 4, a certain fee over 3.
Yeah. You want
that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna. I mean, that's like Declan Rice. When City bid for Declan Rice, they bid the same as Arsenal, but they built it up front, and it was worth 20 million more than Arsenal bid. So Arsenal had to then pay an extra 30 million to get him. But one of them helps PSR because you can book the transfer straight away, and one of them helps you cash flow. So it's yeah.
You know what I meant. The core of mine, ain't it? You know what I mean. Pat, do you think it's going to happen, but not? It won't be the payment structure we want.
I don't know. I think. I see. I don't want to go down to Levy's level in terms of how he does business, if that's the way to put it.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Hold on. I wish I could do business the way Levy does business. I wish I could see. He's a fucking good businessman.
Yeah.
I mean, we might hate him, but Spurs fans hate him. Right, Spurs fans hate him, but I guarantee all their shareholders absolutely adore him.
Yeah, well, is it business or football?
Yeah, I can imagine Joe Lewis loving him. I can imagine, because I mean, I was just in a Tottenham space. I thought, so one thing of the shows I like to get the City end and also what a rival's saying, because sometimes they hear things, and they broke some news on their space that they'd moved for Akalush. Now I don't know if that's because of the Kulusevski news tonight that he's out till 2026 now, but if they're trying to do Akalush and Savinio, they ain't going to get that done in a week. Not both of them.
Hold on. The thing is with this, that confuses me, right? And there's a perfect example of this. So when you said this earlier about, to get a deal over the line, it's a lot more difficult than it is, and all the different stages in the time length.
Yes.
Okay. Ronaldo to Man United transfer deadline day.
Yeah, because that was already been worked on.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But you do see on
I don't
deadline day,
think
you
City
see
would
that
ever
deal,
intend that.
you see that deals can be done. 2 deals in what are we with the 21st? We've still got 10 days of the month.
Yeah. What I mean is, you're hoping Real Madrid don't do any negotiation.
No, I'm not meaning with us. I'm meaning Tottenham. It's Tottenham getting 2 players. I think they can get 2 players in.
Not the way they're moving.
Yeah,
they're
but how much? Yeah, look at how much they dragged their knuckles with Eze. Look how much they
hold
dragged their knuckles with Gibbs White.
I hear you, but this happens every single summer and every single January, right? With the transfer window, that ultimately you're playing that risk game, aren't you? You go early and you get the players you want, or alternatively, you wait till the last minute, hoping you're going to get a bargain. But what you see happens is Eze, those type of things can happen. But Levy is the type that would like to hold out till the last minute because he wants to get a deal.
Yeah, the risk of going late, it's not so much getting the deal done. It's just if something happens at the other end, the plug can be pulled.
Yeah,
because you know, if we want, you know, Rodrigo, for example, and we hold, then Liverpool could come in and get him, or Real Madrid, Vinicius could get injured in training, and they could.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, Rich. While we're dilly-dally waiting on Spurs, another club can come in and go, thanks very much, we'll have him.
Yeah, and that's a gamble for Levy as well, because if someone else gets him and we've got no alternative, then we say no sale, full stop. So, I mean, it's all swings and roundabouts. It's you know, it's a gamble like anything else. It just depends how important saving 5 or 10% is. And for Levy, he seems to prefer to save 5% and lose deals and not win trophies generally. Whereas other clubs, all, you know, like United in recent seasons, have just said, club wants 90, I will offer 95 to be safe.
Okay,
and they'll just go for
it. I'm gonna word it a different way than to you all. Are we able? And I forgot. By the way, I was saying Ed was coming on. I didn't even send him the frigging link. My apologies, Ed. Rookie error.
Could
we sell?
It's your channel, people.
And not bad replacement. Have we got enough if we sold Savinio? With Doku, Mamouche, Oscar Bob, Phil Foden, Bernardo, and Mamouche, Foden, and work them all around in different games.
I think I think we do, but I think people will say we don't, right? Because they want to have a bigger squad than Pep wants. But I think if you look at it, right, Marmouche can play on the left. Doku can play on the left or the right. Yeah. People seem to forget Doku on the right, but Doku can play on the right. Doku's previous club, he played on the right. So we've got Marmouche on the left. You could say Marmouche can play on the right as well, but I really didn't like him when we've seen him there. So that's 2 that can play on both sides. Foden can play on both sides. Bob, I'm pretty certain, can only play on the right or through the middle. Cherky can play on the right. I think we have got enough, but it's going to be a long season.
Yeah, I think the question is not if we got enough. It's we're better if we've got him or Rodrigo than without. So why would we want to disadvantage ourselves like that?
And that's the risk. It would be a massive risk to
do
do
that. What are your Mamouche going to the AFCON?
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. And the fact that and the other fact with that is as well that if when Marmouche goes to AFCON, one of the options you could be is, if we did have injuries, you could play Aït-Nouri and let Aït-Nouri bomb up and down the wing and then play someone like Cherky or something in a kind of like inside position. But Aït-Nouri's going to the AFCON as well. So all of a sudden, 2 of our left-sided players go. I think that is a bit of a risk when you look at that.
Yeah, you get a couple of injuries. Couple of injuries and AFCON, and suddenly, you could be,
Cade, it's not Fran doesn't want to keep Surrey over it. What's happened is it's about money. City want the money. This is what I mean. Yeah. Despite all the rumours, Spurs have not made any second bid.
Well, pressure's on
Just look
Spurs
at
now.
dates
Though.
here too.
Levy's-
AFCON's from December 21st to 18th of January.
Awesome. Yeah, quite a big.
During like one of the peak times of the season for Premier League.
Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah, so it's less than a month.
It's a great point.
Because
They only have 24 teams in the competition.
But you have.
And how early do you have to release them? A week early?
Yeah, true. You will have to.
Yeah.
One
so
of
there
those
might be
weeks
a
will be
week
the
or two
FA
before
Cup.
that.
One of the weeks will be the FA Cup. To be fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now Levy's got some pressure on him now though, because he's just, I mean, woke up this morning and reading all the posts by Spurs fans who feel they've been absolutely humiliated. Like, people saying this is the worst day in the club's history and stuff, which it isn't, but still, there's pressure on him now because someone they were banking on is gone. So that's a problem for the team. That'll be a problem with Thomas Frank. And they've also been a bit humiliated.
Yeah, the fact that it's Arsenal as well.
His way of work. Yeah. I mean, that's just, I've been expecting to see the Rags chuck in a 40 million bid for Donnarumma as they've got a goalkeeper who can't catch, but I'm not sure that they might be running out of ability to spend.
Yeah, I think the barbecue fund, the fund he got from not doing a barbecue, I think they've stretched that far enough now.
Yeah. Because they need a goalkeeper.
I'll be honest with you. I genuinely think it might be something like that because they were being very heavily linked with Belabor, right?
Yeah.
As in, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, actually we'll get him next year. I actually think they applied for credit and got rejected.
Well, you're saying they went to Ocean Finance or something?
Well, it was one day. It was like Belabor. They're getting a deal ready. They've inquired yet. They know how much it is. Next day, all of a sudden, it was like.
Yeah, I reckon they thought they were going to get him for about 50 million, and they really thought they were. And then,
is that like that bit of land? Is that like that bit of land that they thought was going to cost 40 million to buy? But
why would it come in at 45 million quid?
We did it with
45 and what City want at the minute, isn't there? Not even slightly apart. It's like a chasm apart.
Remember when we did it with Cucurella at Brighton? I will offer you 20 million, and they're like,
we offered 30 and they wanted 6.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, bye.
We're like, no, that's a really good price. And then we just said we're staying firm at 30. We're staying firm at 30, and then Chelsea go,
30 million.
That was our first idea of how Tony Bloom works, and how difficult it is to do business with him.
But I mean, to be fair, he was right. He was worth 60 million. Someone paid it, and we were lowballing half what they could get for him. So, and then City fans were criticising Brighton for not selling him for half what they got. I mean, why would they? I mean, I worry about. I worry that someone who, there's a number of rivals in the Premier League who desperately need a keeper, who Donnarumma would significantly improve, and I do worry that if Edison and Donnarumma hangs around, that whether we think Donnarumma is good for us or not, he'd be brilliant for Chelsea or United.
The Chelsea.
So I don't want him going there.
Yeah, I think the Chelsea one as well. That, like, I think that the thing with Chelsea at the moment is that they're really trying to stick to their guns on their wage structure, but that kind of tells me that Donnarumma is not going to budge on his wage structure.
Yeah. Oh, why would he?
Which then is like, right, okay. I mean, yeah. So how much in for him would we be? I don't know. I'm on that one. I'm past even having the conversation about that one now. I just think we've got to wait and see. I think Edison probably wakes up every day and has a different view of things.
I think Edison wakes up every day, puts the quilt back over his head and go, no, not another day. I think
Jesus,
it's
a bit dark, Alan. Martin.
Alan, whoa, Alan.
That was dark as well.
Sorry, it's just reflex.
I think I reckon he wants the sunshine. He wakes up, looks out the window. If the weather's not great, he's like, I want to be in Turkey.
Yeah, I've Well, there's another thing, right? So here's my thing with the Kanji, though, because I looked at it earlier on. I did look at this, and I'm just going to share something because I was going through this earlier, and I know LB's done this and others, but I was looking around, and I went, oh, and this is why I did want to keep a Kanja. Not because Akanji's amazing and here we go. And I mean, I do think he's good, but I just want to share this. If you look now, and I'll just get rid of that comment. Big up, Neil. Thank you. This is the only reason we're doing this. If you look, we have Ain't Nora. He's going to AFCON, yeah?
Yep.
Akanja, say he goes. You have Nathan Ake. Would we say he's been quite last year or two? Few injuries?
Quite a few.
Ruben
They've
Diaz.
They've caught up in recent years.
Yeah, you got Ruben Diaz then. Gamardio, fine. Kushyanov, fine. Rico Lewis, young lad. John Stones, would we say he's quite injury prone? Can we actually afford to actually are we letting the wrong one go here, is my whole point.
What with the Kanji?
Yeah, because if Akanji goes, you're one injury away from rolling back into last season's problem for me.
No, I don't think. I think you're about
That's
4
me,
injuries away. I think you're about 4 injuries away from last season's problem. And remember, the backup left back for Riot at Norrie might well be Nick O'Reilly, who played.
Well, I thought that
left
really.
back about a dozen games, and he's not there.
Playing O'Reilly in the centre mid the last 2 games.
Yeah,
but that's because of Nouri. You know, there's no need to play him. He doesn't need to play him left back now. So, but when AFCON's on, we know he can go back there and do that job.
I'm just thinking if you're in a title race, Rich.
Well, we're going to have to. I mean, you know, you could say we're only a Bernardo, Reinders, and Rodri injury away from needing Gundogan. I mean, we're going to have to let either Gundogan or Akanji go. Now, personally, I think we're more likely to use Gundogan than Akanji. But, you know, we don't know.
Yeah, it was just something I thought of today. And I'm not, by the way, that's no shade on Rico. But Rico Lewis and Hushyanov, great players, think they're going to be okay. But let's be honest, 3 weeks ago, there was a lot of people like, yeah, Rico to Forest, I'd have a bit of that. Now he's signed up, confirmed, by the way, 2030 contract. Let's be honest here, 2 weeks away, Rico Lewis was all, bye, 35 mil to Forest. See ya, ta-da.
Well, I did feel,
just for the record, it's not
becoming about the only person who liked him left last season.
That's my point.
I was getting sick. Wasn't about my Rico.
What, you liked him on the left?
No. I said I was about the only City fan who liked him left. Like everyone else seemed to hate on him last season. And I've always liked him as a player.
Do you know what? Rico, it's mad when we even say always when he's 20, isn't it? The fact, do you know, this is his 4th season. That's insane. Yeah. When you think about it, this is his 4th season. Do you know what? I
like that. But
I'll be so my view on Rico Lewis is and like people say sometimes that I've been hating on him. There's one lad that absolutely adores you, Martin, called David, I think his name is, right? And he always says that I'm a Rico hater. And it is simply based on the fact, and this is where people don't always listen. It's based on the fact that I said that I would not sell Rico Lewis, but I would like to. And I've been saying this for over a year now. I'd like to loan Rico Lewis out to a club that would play him in midfield so that we get to actually see. Because I genuinely think Rico Lewis could be, like, I actually think his ceiling as a midfielder is a lot higher than we even realise.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. He's 20. When you think about it, he's 20 years old and he's playing with a level of maturity that Pep clearly adores, right? And he gets the system. He skipped several years of the whole academy because that's how good he is, right? And whenever you see him in that final third, he looks good. I don't remember seeing him look bad in the final third ever, right? It's just he's been played he's been played at right back, which is never going to be an actual right back. That's why I've always said loan him out and see how good he is.
Yeah, you know where I think Rico's going to be important. Assuming he goes at the end of the season, Bernardo, I think there's a couple of players. I think Stones does it. I think Bernardo does it. They go everywhere. They fill in. They know instinctively where to fill in. So, you know,
John Stones
I don't know if Yeah, if you listen to these, the one-on-one interview with Pep when he's asked why Bernardo's captain, and he basically says, well, when we were going through the hard time last year, it was Bernardo every day who stepped up at training, who stepped up after the game, who played every game. He said he's been the most available player to me, whatever happened over the years, and he's a true leader. And he goes, I can play him left back, right wing. I can play Bernardo anywhere, and he'll always do a job. And I think that's a skill Rico has. He's a jack of all trades, a kind of Swiss Army knife, but maybe at this stage master of none. But that ability to do that tactically for Pep is massive. Yeah. So Pep can play him, and he'll invert, he'll go between the centre backs, he'll pop up to give an assist, and he'll do stuff that Bernardo can do, and I think to an extent Stones can do, but in a very different way. But their players are just so adaptable, all-round players. And I think with Stones and Bernardo going, Rico keeping him tactically is very useful.
Yeah. I think as well if we're playing with wingers.
Yeah, that's next year, Julia. Just confirm the Asia tournament next year.
2027. That's what I wanted to get to as well too, because you've got Kuzanov going to the Asia Cup, and don't forget you've got Akanji and Ake. Their contracts finish that year too.
Oh, yeah, we are going to need to buy
a different situation to the AFCON, but at the end of the day, it's like you still got to look at are we going to renew them or are we going to get new players in? So.
Hold on, we might not need to buy centre backs. Remember, we've got Vitor Hayes.
Yeah, you're going to say Juma
and we've got Juma Bar.
I agree.
And this season, I think it's a massive one for Juma Bar, right? Because since he arrived at where was it? He was at last season.
Last season.
Lens.
Nice now.
Yeah, so he's at Lens last season, had a phenomenal couple of months there, right? Now he's upped his level a little bit to a slightly better team, but he's getting a full season out there, right? Now, it's not
dissimilar. As a Kanji looks like he's going nowhere.
It does look like with Juma Bar, it's similar to the path Saliba took. If he has a solid season this season, I can see him being recalled as our
he's certainly
he's
a big lad.
Yeah, I love Mike Gay.
Oh, we didn't
I'd love to get involved in the Mike Gay situation, but we're just.
Do you know why I wouldn't, Martin? I'll be honest with you. I don't want to be involved in any situation. Like, I'll be honest. If Liverpool are in for Rodrigo right now, I don't want City to go in for him. Walk away from it. I can't be bothered with.
Yeah, I know getting involved in I get what you mean. I'm just thinking with the Kanja. I'm going to be honest, as much as I think John Stones has started the season very well and he's fit, I still have that question mark on a John Stones and Ake. And that's where I'm at with the Kanja. A Kanja can play right back, centre back, left centre back, move into midfield if he needs to. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he wants more game time. I don't know. I haven't asked about Kanji, but I'm sat there thinking I wouldn't sell him. It's just me. I know I'm going to be in the minority.
I don't think it's a Kanji driven. I think it's City driven.
But I know fan wise, I'm in the minority on the Kanji situation.
Are you sort of with that
versatile?
Yeah, and are you also with that as well too, Martin? Because at the end of the day, it's like, well, you've got 2 more years left of him. Let's get the most out of him. And number 2, you're not going to find a centre-back of that quality for 15 million like we did when we got him.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't getting... Akanji's never coming again at 40 million quid. You never... Yeah, we got lucky on that.
Yeah, we did.
He's 6th choice, though. And that's the thing. Does he want to be... And he probably knows he is 6th choice. Does he want to do that?
Lewis,
I don't know. I mean, by the time the treble season was over, it was probably a 2nd choice.
But he was probably 3rd or 4th at the start of the season. This season, he knows now he's probably a 6th choice centre back.
Yeah.
Why would he want to? I mean, why would he want to stay?
Do you know what? I feel.
I love this. Has this come from Ritzio? And I'm not saying it's you, citizens for life. I know it's not. You're just putting what's out there. City will go for Rodrigo to sell Savio. We knew that 5 weeks ago. I don't. Where this breaking news coming from? Who's doing? I don't mean you, Citizens for Life. I know it's not you. I know you're just reposting.
Do you know what? I even think the wording of that, right? Because this is the thing that's been doing the rounds, where it says reluctant to sell. Man City's City will go for Rodrigo if they sell Savio. However, City are reluctant to sell, and Man City higher ups are blocking it. Right? That is, it's a term that I used to hear around the office a lot. Right? Basically, if someone wants to get something done by any means, and there's someone that they're not blocking anything, they're just following a process, right? People then start calling them a blocker. Who's a blocker? Do you want me to get rid of them? And it's literally like they'll go to their boss and say, tell this person to do as they're told. If we're talking about the higher ups, they're not blocking anything. They're the shot callers, right? So they've literally said, this is the price, this is the structure. There's no blocking going on, right? Because there's been no bid that's remotely close to what's being asked for. So no one's blocking anything. It's a toxic word. Like, it's a really toxic word. Sorry, it gets my back up.
That's just business. No, and I don't mean, I'd like to say, Citizens for Life, we know it's not you, mate. You're just copying and pasting what's come out on X. There's been no news on Nico J. See, that's your thing this week. What Savinio's injury? I don't believe Savinio's injured because no one's told us what his injury was. Well, no one knows what Gabardio's injury was. We didn't know what the extent of Nico G's injury was.
We never announced Rodri was, the Rodri thing was like we saw him come off in a game and the club never said a word for a month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, why all of a sudden? It's because we want the info, because there is a little bit of doubt on whether that's true. And people are like, not too sure on that, which I understand, but you don't. My point is, we don't normally get an update on injuries. So why are we asking for what injury Savinio is? Nobody's asked me what Gavardio's injury was. Nobody's asked me about Nico. First person to ask me about Nico G was just now. So I will say. Again, look, Tottenham are pushing with Savinio with Thomas Frank in love. That was 7 out. Again, not you. I know it's not you. People are that was 7 out. This is why I'm saying, please be careful with what you are reading. It is regurgitated, copy and paste, worded differently. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, Martin, I think Asian Cup 2027. Few super chats. Dash Mesh, thank you for the 27 months, mate. You, sir, are a legend. Julie with the 26 months as well. Big up yourself, Julie. Ashcon for the 4 months. Big up, mate. Really do appreciate that. And you know what that means? You've made the Ballon d'Or one happy guy.
I'm emotional. I mean, this is a dream come true. All these guys deserve. All these guys around here.
Told you. Cost us a fortune to get Rodri to come and video that. Outdoor Benj with a £2.
That wouldn't have cost you. That wouldn't have cost you a fortune, would it? You probably speak to him, don't you?
It's a lot of canitizers and a lot of curly whirlies.
Question, Outdoor Ben. Question for the panel: Does Cherka outshine Verts for G and A? Ooh, go on, Rich. I'll put you on a stand for that one.
Okay,
you're our GA guy.
Yeah, long term, yes. This season, no, because I think Cherky is going to be a number of months before he really starts big games. Because I think tactically and in the press and everything else, whilst he's exceptional, he's going to need a bit of work for Pep to work out how he fits into the team off the ball, etc. So I suspect Cherky will end up doing better, but I suspect Verts is going to play more and he'll probably, overall get Cherky because I think Verts will play twice as much.
Yeah, I agree. Rich,
long term, I think Cherky, long term, because of the 2 feet, I think Cherky might end up being better because I just think, that is to play that 2-footed is an almost unique talent in the game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you'll have less than Verts, but he'll also play a lot less minutes.
Yeah.
So there will always be that discussion.
Daps, you must have discussed this on Never a Foul. You might still be chatting with Kaz. Are you still chatting with Kaz?
No, I'm not. I just was on mute.
All right. I thought, well,
I thought I
your
was
lips were moving.
No, yeah, because I was trying to talk to you, but I was on mute.
All right. Have you discussed this on Never a Foul? Has this come up? Cherky Alberts, GA.
Yeah,
Because I can imagine it has. It seems to come
so
up.
I made a very stupid bet when I was trying to act really chesty that that Cherky and Marmouche will get more GA as a partnership than Wirtz and Salah.
How much did you bet?
100 quid. 100 quid. So I've kind of parked it up already.
You don't like money, you do you?
Bo, I wish I would have said Reinders and Haaland, but I was trying to not go with the obvious ones. I was trying to not go with,
to Alan at the time.
I was trying to make out.
So you went against their obvious one.
I was trying to go against, like, I was like, you lot have your best players. I'm going to take, I'm just going to take this one, and we'll still be better than you. In hindsight, it's very stupid of me, and people never gamble because it usually.
You could have probably just said, I wouldn't be surprised if just Haaland beats those two.
Yeah, but I wanted to remove Haaland out of it to try and act like I was really confident.
That is losing 100 quid, yes.
Yeah, I'm 100 quid.
Maybe Matt, thank you for the £5, mate. Stones and Aki both missed a combined 383 days, 86 games out injured over the last 2 seasons. We have nothing to worry about there this season. And that's why I asked the question, why sell the most versatile defender you've got?
Who would you? So you'd sell Ake basically, because if you got to
sell any of them.
Ake's homegrown, so there's no point in selling.
Sell any of them, mate. Well, again, it's down to game time.
But we've got to, even if Edison stops for Donnarumma, Rodriguez stops them, we've still got to get rid of one more. So fundamentally, that's Gundogan or Akanji.
By the way, nearly 360 of you. Please smash that thumbs up, that like. It really does help the channel. It puts us out in the algorithm, out to the rest of the YouTube world. Big up. Really do appreciate that, guys. All comps are just Prem. I don't know if do means all. Is that your bet?
Just Prem.
Just Prem.
Because one team might get deeper in Champions League than the other.
Yeah.
Pardo Oaks is loving you tonight, Rich.
Thank you, Pardo Oaks.
You owe Pardo Oaks a massive thank you. No, Pardo Oaks is a top guy, long supporter of the channel. Likes a little bit of sensibility, which is fine, but each to their own. And when we do like that, that's why we love everyone on here. I'm considering buying Daps and apple sour on our first European trip this season. Doesn't mean I'll do it. It's not new. It's not news. It needs worldwide attention.
I can't wait. Do you know what? I've been trying to work out my dates for European away.
I think he's taking the piss out the transfer people.
But Briggsy, you can't. So hold on. Considering buying that, what was it? It was Briggsy. You were buying me baby Guinnesses.
Clean.
Baby Guinnesses. Yeah.
You can imagine it Briggsy doing that.
Count me and Dab's fingers crossed.
I've got videos on my phone for fun of Briggsy doing karaoke multiple times. He loves the karaoke. Briggsy loves the karaoke on European aways, man.
Yeah,
I can just imagine you and Briggsy in like Belarus.
Have you not seen the video of me? Have you not seen the video of me and Briggsy?
The one of you in Bratislava.
Yeah, in Bratislava. No. In Paris, and I got his wheelchair, and he was sitting on my lap, and we were whizzing round Paris in his wheelchair. It was mint.
I like this. I'm loving this breaking news now. Breaking news. I'm still interested in taking Michelle Keegan out for the trip. That's literally what we're doing now with Savio and Edison. Breaking news: Galatasaray are going to make a further push. Like I said, they're not having a baby here. What are we doing?
And I think Andrew's probably been as interested in taking Michelle Keegan out for as long as Man United have been interested in Frankie de Jong.
It's never been announced, Ed. It's never been announced. Because the thing with Gvardiol is he just went off in the open training.
Yeah, he did.
Where are you going?
Yeah. And
Foden
this is
went
the
off.
thing, but with both of them, right? So Vardiol was after about 15, 20 minutes, and it wasn't like there was no panic, there was no nothing. He just walked off the side of the pitch, even to the point where he was kind of like speaking, like looking over his shoulder, speaking to people. To me, it actually did look like he was going to do a press interview or something. But obviously it was that. Same with Foden, though. When Foden came off, he just sat kind of on the side and took his boots off. I don't think either of them are serious injuries at all. I think they're probably just more kind of probably feeling a bit of a strain and saying, yeah, do you know what? You're not quite ready to start the season.
I mean, it's your opinion, Cade. I disagree. I think it's a bit harsh. Is he better than Kushinov? And how many? Hang on a minute. See, Cade, I get what you're saying, because you're basing it on last season. But Akanji's been here for 3-4 years and has been really good. Kushinov's been here 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For me, I can say Kushinov at the moment potentially looks like he's going to be better. But I can't say Kushinov's better than Akanji on 5 months.
But if you're keeping 5 centre backs, I'd keep Kushinov as one of 5.
I agree. No, I agree. I think it's Akanji's the worst centre back. I'm not sure he is.
Yeah, I mean that's
Is he the most? What's the word? Expendable, because he's going to want game time. Maybe.
And because he's non-homegrown, and that's
yes. But like I said, Craig, that's your opinion. Right, let's move on. Why, Martin, why have the club not closed down all the noise around these? They could put this to bed. Because I do think there is interest, John. There's just not been any bids.
It may be Viana's way of doing stuff as well. Like Cheeky as a football director was always really keen to stamp things out and didn't want rumours and all that sort of thing. Whereas Viana might, a lot of clubs like starting rumours. They like to unsettle players. They like to keep people guessing. They like to put pressure on the buying club. So maybe that's Viana's way. He's like, maybe he's talking to various journalists and briefing them. Maybe he wants it.
I think you're right with that. I think you've got to look at, like, we all know Tiki really liked release clause, didn't he? Right? He liked things that were very simple, not messy, and probably with where the game was and where we were at the time, it's probably the right thing to keep our name out of the media's mouth so much. Viana's come in. He's a different breed. He probably, there is probably some truth in the fact that he's good mates with, what's his name? The agent. What's his name? Portuguese.
Oh.
Jorge Mendes.
Georgie.
Yeah. And so, look, I'm sure he's probably given him some tips on the way to do things. And look, I personally think at the end of this transfer window is when we should rate Viana, right? Because I think I have a feeling by the end of this transfer window, right, there's a good chance that the players that a lot of the people think it's time for them to move on, I think there's a good chance that they actually might have been moved on, right? I actually think at the end of the transfer window, we're going to look at this and go, Viana has had a phenomenal first window. I mean, he already has, for me, to be fair, but I think now he's just tying up I think this is the thing. Right now, what Viana thought he was going to be doing was tying up the loose ends, right? Tying up the Akanjis if he's going to sell, getting rid of Ortega's, getting Calvin Phillips off the books. But the Edison thing, the Savio thing, Donnarumma and Savio's made it a lot busier last 10 days than he probably expected.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
And I think, we're
not a patient fan base anymore, are we?
Yeah. But, and I just don't see the concern, honestly. I said all summer I wanted Edison to stay for the last year because I wanted less change. With all the other change this summer, I was quite happy keeping Edison. So if Edison and with Trafford in backup is the worst case scenario versus Donnarumma and Trafford, I don't see a huge difference between that. I think we've got to adapt to Donnarumma, and he's a better goalkeeper saving it than Edison, but Edison's better with his feet. So I'm not that bothered about that. And the same with Savio and Rodrigo. Yes, I really rate Rodrigo. I really do. But if the alternative to Rodrigo is keeping you know, a young Brazilian international who had one phenomenal season 2 years ago and had a good season. That, you know, I think when we talked about the end of the year, he was one of, you know, the players who we thought overall on the season versus expectation was one of City's better players last season. You know, I think he surprised a few people on the upside. So again, it's just not that big a deal. And you know, if we keep Gundogan, we're keeping one of our best ever players who will be a really good influence around the club and can come in and play 15, 20 times.
Yeah.
And if he's playing with younger players in midfield, I'm sure Gundogan can be absolute class. I wouldn't want him in the midfield with Kovacic and Bernardo ever again. But if he's there with Reinders and Rodri, I don't think the problems that people have. And I, you know, Martin and I still say on that Al Hilal game, Gundogan was getting blamed for 3 or 2 goals that happened when he wasn't even on the pitch.
Yeah. Well, do
you know what? Gundo shit. That was his fault. He sat on the bench.
Rich, I saw this at the weekend, right? So I did a watch along, right? And 3 things happened. I got told about 2 of them, right? Bernardo Silva lost the ball once. By the way, I'm not saying he lost the ball only once. I know the stats as well. But let's say one time when Bernardo Silva lost the ball, right? I got told about it straight away by everyone in the chat. Ruben Diaz lost the ball. I got told by everyone about it straight away in the chat. Tijani Reinders lost the ball. No one told me, right? Yeah. And it was like, come on, man. This is an agenda, right? Because if you go and look at the stats, by the way, Reinders apparently lost the ball 16 times. Bernardo lost it 9 times. But it will be, Bernardo's lost the ball again. And it's like, come on. Like, if Bernardo has a bad game, let's talk on it. Let's not just say it for the sake of saying it.
Yeah, hang on, Mason. Sorry. Mate, you're setting us up for failure. Edison can't save. Savio project play Gundo. We're not in charge of any transfers. We're not setting up for anything. We're just debating it. We're not. Honestly, I am starting to believe this. I think some people think content creators have a say in the boardroom. We really don't. We just debate this stuff. That's all we do, guys. I wish we did. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you know, I think a club like City should have some project players anyway. You know, we're not just going to be buying ready-made people all the time. And I think, you know, as much as I really rate Rodrigo at the Real Madrid side, he's still a project player. There's no guarantee he comes and adapts to the Premier League absolutely fine. And as for Edison, he can't say, you know, he wasn't great last year, not saying. We can't say he can't save because he won us the Champions League final. You know, and he has proved excellent, but for whatever reason, mentally the last year or 2, he's not been as good as he was before because I think he fell out with the club a bit about his contract. But it's not a disaster. If Edison's not playing well, Trafford plays. Trafford's got immense potential. So let's not pretend if we don't get Rodrigo and Edison, it's the end of the world. Rodrigo and Donnarumma, it's not the end of the world.
Do you know something, Mike? So say you're in a normal job, yeah?
Yeah.
And people leave to go to another company, or alternatively, they retire.
Yeah.
And people get sacked, right? There's 3 different things, 3 main ways that people leave. They leave because they've got another job, they get sacked, or they get retired, right? Or they retire. Yeah. You don't always have to, when it's time for someone new to come in to do a job, it doesn't then have to become you slag the old person off. Right?
No.
You can just say, do you know what, they're moving on now because, you know, something's changed. And with Edison, that is probably it. Like, could Edison play at Premier League level, winning Premier League level for another 2 or 3 years? Yes, I think he could. Do I think he's dropping off? Yes. Would I like better? Yes. But it doesn't have to be all of a sudden this Edison is shit. We need a new keeper right fucking now. Otherwise, we're not going to win anything with Edison, because the proof is actually that statement's pretty wrong.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I think putting it in that light, I think with Edison, you know, some people at work and they've just, you know, they've lost the hunger a bit, or they've done the same thing a bit too long. Some people need to change, and some people are quite, you know, some people will stay, you know, like a lot of our players have stayed 10 years or more, and they'll do that. But other players need a change after a few years, and maybe Edison just needs a change of scene. You know, maybe he wants the sunshine. Maybe he wants to feel like the most important person at the club, and you know, he needs that for a change. And But it doesn't change that, we said on, I think it was on probably Blues Down Under, that he's still going to be up there. When we talk about City goalkeepers, I've seen Joe Corrigan, Joe Hart, Edison as the three standout long-term goalkeepers we've had. But he's going to be there in our talk of our greatest goalkeepers. And you have a top 5 or a top 10. There's going to be people arguing, was Harry Dowd or Bert Troutman better than Edison or vice versa? Trophies-wise, he's obviously, a fair chance he's going to be one of our most successful goalkeeper ever. But, that's a debate, and I don't think we should be putting him down.
No,
and the one I really don't understand is even less. Like Edison has had some issues. He has obviously agitated a bit, and he's had some injuries and had some bad games. But I don't actually see Bernardo's done much wrong at all, and there's still people slagging him off. I saw a player who gave his all last season, and as Pep said, when the chips were down in October, November, Bernardo was the player who stood up.
I've never understood the Bernardo.
Our captain had gone missing. Yeah. And Bernardo's the most overplayed player in European football. So if anyone's going to be fatigued by the last 5, 6, 7 seasons, it's Bernardo. He plays 50, 60 games, season in, season out. And
I've never understood this Bernardo thing at all. Never understood it. I think as well the fact that you could see this last season as well, not to single out Ruben Diaz, but as an example, Ruben Diaz had that interview, and even Ruben Diaz, who generally is really good with his interviews, he had that interview after the Southampton game where he kind of let us down a little bit, I would say slightly, with the whole, saying, Southampton, to question why a team with 9 points is playing a low block against you, and you're Manchester City that have played against a low block for the last 9 years, it was a bit weird. Now, Bernardo Silva, every single interview, he is accountable, right? And he will come out and say, that was not good enough. We know we are better than this. And I just think everything about him, for me, is what I want from a player at my football club. Yeah. Right? Now, again, do I think that his time as a right winger is over? Yeah, I do. But I actually think that's been over for a lot longer. It's just before he had Mahrez playing kind of with him, whereas now the quality of who he had playing with him this season wasn't Mahrez level. And it just got put on, all of a sudden, it just all got put on Bernardo Silva. Seemed to become a real fool boy last season. I don't get it. Don't get it at all.
Yeah, I think he was one of the heroes of last season. Yeah. And what was really, really tough. And same with Gundogan. I mean, his crime is getting old. Yeah. And, he's getting slated for it. Like Gundogan's done the wrong thing by us by aging. I mean, he's up there with any of our great players. He's had some of the biggest moments in the club's history. And, and he deserves... And it isn't like he's ready for the knackers yard. I am sure with the right players around him, Gundogan can still play world-class football matches. Yeah. But he cannot do it in a midfield without legs. If Gundogan is playing, he has to have guys like Reinders, Rodri around him. Well, but even I remember, do
you know the other one for me, and I spoke on this earlier on, the one for me that I actually think I find even more crazy is Kovacic hate. Because Kovacic, and I do think that's probably based on the fact he's only been at the club for 2 seasons. But if I look at the fee we paid for Kovacic, right, wasn't much. What was it? About 30 million? Was it?
Yeah, even less, I think. Yeah,
right. 25 mil.
He's come in, and in the 2 seasons he's been here, last season, I know people have different opinions. In my opinion, he was certainly top 3 players last season, but for me, top 2, him and Vardiol. The season before that, I actually think he was also extremely good. Now, if we look at the back end of his first season, when Rodri started getting tired, round about the March, April, May time, Kovacic was Rodri's legs. He was everywhere, right? And then last season, people always, and rival fans do this as well. If you look at last season, we started the season without Rodri, with Kovacic, and we won all our games. He came in against Arsenal. Rodri came back in against Arsenal, got injured. Then Rodri came back in. Then Kovacic played without Rodri for a further 6 games. We won all 6 and drew 1, and then he got injured, right? When Kovacic got injured last season was the worst period when Kovacic was not playing, right? He then came back in and our form picked back up again. But no one gives Kovacic any praise, and it literally seems to be because he's got a 3 in his age.
Yeah,
And that is it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's probably because he's old and he's been around a bit. I'd say Kovacic is one of those players. I'd say I'm fairly neutral on Kovacic. He's not one of the players I love. He's not John Stones, is he? And
there we go. There's a comment there. Kovacic is crap, bro. Like. Do you know
he's obviously not. He's played at the top of the game.
I thought Kovacic was.
Let's look at.
He was one of our player of the seasons. Had he not been got injured?
This is what I mean. To make a statement like Kovacic is crap. Firstly, he's played for Real Madrid. Correct me if I'm wrong. Won a Champions League there. Part of that.
Won a few Champions Leagues.
Right. Then went to Chelsea and was very much part of that Chelsea team that won a Champions League. Now he's come to City. Right. Then let's look at what he done for Croatia. Right. To say he is crap just tells me you've got an agenda against him. Massive, massive agenda against him.
Well, have you seen this, by the way? Look at this. It's tactical time out to get it. Martin and Alan are setting our team Academy FC. All I said was Oscar Bob. What Academy players have I said Academy FC on?
So, I mean, to give you the fact about Kovacic, he has played 600 games for Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Chelsea, City and Croatia. And, another probably 50, 100 games when he played for Zagreb. So he's played 600 games at top club football teams are one of the best international teams. They have been Croatia over the last sort of 15 years, batting way above their weight. So he is someone who's played a lot of football at the top of the game. And he's not crap.
And someone just said that he's not a 6. We've actually asked him to do a role that isn't his. Sorry, to anyone that is saying Kovacic is shit or rubbish, you just tell me that you don't really watch football. You just live on Twitter saying things that you think will get you likes and follows. And this isn't the way YouTube works because you don't like and follow people on YouTube. So maybe Twitter's more for you. So honestly, Kovacic hate just drives me crazy because do you know what? If it's Kovacic hate, it's one thing, but making statements like Kovacic is crap, is just mind-boggling.
I actually remember Kovacic, believe it or not, and people can call me what they want. I know it's for a fact. Didn't he get like the first 3 man of the match his first 3 games last season?
Yeah.
He was balling out.
But just take what I say here, right? We started the season without Rodri. We won all our games, right? Rodri got injured against Arsenal. We won our next 6 games and drew 1 with Kovacic. Kovacic then got injured and we went on our worst run of the season. Kovacic came back in and our form picked back up, right?
See, by the way, we agree to disagree. This is spot on. I think so many are going in for the 30-plus-year-olds is that we can't accept Pep was poor. Everyone was poor last season. The board was poor, Pep was poor, players were poor, the physio and the medical staff were poor. Everyone was poor. It was just a poor season.
And do you know what? But this is the thing, right? So MCFC 1894, right? You said Kovacic cost us. This is where I think it is, right? This is the key thing. Because this is what this is.
We don't know how old he is, by the way, people. So.
This is what some things that happen, right? He said he cost us in both games against Real Madrid. Now, the other game that always stands out for me with Kovacic, right, is when we played Arsenal, Kovacic's first season, he had a really bad game, right? Really bad game, right? Players have bad games. Unfortunately for Kovacic, it's been a couple of bad games in high-profile games, right? Now,
which is what he has said there.
Right, and that is where I would say, right, that if you want to say, you know what, Daps, Kovacic in big games seems to go missing a little bit, I'll go, okay, do you know what? There might be some truth in that. That you could, because the whole clutch thing is relevant to me. And maybe in big games, he isn't built for big games. He does seem to get a little bit nervous. But predominantly, Kovacic has been like just anyway. Let's move on.
You know, there's
It
something.
wasn't like anyone else had good games.
Yeah, against Real Madrid,
We are going to move on back, mate. We are going to move on.
Martin, we had a super chat while you were away too.
All right, yeah, sorry, mate. Thank you. 22G JTI, thank you, mate, for your Canadian 279. Love that. Thank you. Love that we're all around the world. Smash the likes, people. Big up the panel and the chat. No, big up yourself, mate, for the very kind generosity. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. Big up. This Unks thing, and then I'm moving on. People got to realise, I didn't notice this the other day. Do you know what Kanji only turned 30 5 weeks ago? Only just turned 30.
I swear Kanji's been like 28 for like 4 years.
Well, do you know Rodri's 29?
Yeah,
So is he an Unk next year?
Yeah, he's going to be an Unk.
Is he an Unk?
Yeah, they're going to be Unks.
Yeah.
We're giving Rodri a new contract. Should we not bother?
I mean, just if it makes you any happier, my daughter, who is 9, has recently.
I thought you were going to say 30 then.
My daughter who's 9, my daughter who's 30. Now my daughter who's 9, she's recently become an aunt. She has recently become an aunt. So I mean, look, for me, the mad thing is, for me, I see, like, if they're unks, I'm probably a great uncle, right? But secondly, unk to me is actually a term of endearment.
No, Nick, see, MCFC, I know you love me, mate, and I love you, but Rodri's not old next year. That makes me, Rich, Pat, and Daps just dinosaurs.
Hey, it's fine.
We should be in the Jurassic period, mate.
Martin, you know, and by the way, there's context to what I said earlier, Martin, right? So based on that, Sport Bible have promised me, Sport Bible have promised me we get 2 more years of Rodri at Ballon d'Or level.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I was leaving.
No, but that's what I said. You need the full context of what I got offered.
Yeah, no, but right. Well, they said that to you. That I didn't know.
Yeah, so what they did is they said Rodri or right. So you have to keep one. Rodri. No, you have to sell one, either Rodri or Haaland and Diaz. And we asked, I can't remember, we said, but with Rodri, are we getting fully fit Rodri? And they said, yes, you're getting Rodri for another 2 years at Ballon d'Or level.
That's different, though.
And that's why, but also with me, it's the one thing with me, it's like, obviously, I think Steve very much goes with he wants a goal scorer, right? His favourite position. And some people like that. Their favourite position is the number 9. And we're like, we win leagues because Haaland scored that many goals. Right. So for me, my favourite position on the pitch is the 6 role. I love the 6 role. Now, if you ask me, treble season, who had a better season, Rodri or Haaland, I'd say Rodri. Right, but everyone said Daps, Haaland scored X number of goals, broke that many records. He had a better season. It's just a personal opinion, isn't it? Which one you prefer?
No, I wasn't offered.
And personally,
I wasn't offered on the show. No,
I think John Stones was better than both of them in the treble season.
What, the whole season? Yeah, but
thank you, Rich.
John Stones wasn't consistent enough for the whole season.
If you gave me, if I could pick,
no one was consistent in the first half of the treble season.
Yeah. If I could pick anyone to be fully fit for a full season and at their best, it would be Stones. I think, if we keep him fit, we win the league. No,
yeah, I was actually.
Hold on.
Dubs, you asked me this question on your show, and I said I'd sell Haaland. I said I'd sell Haaland because with Rodri, Ballon d'Or Rodri, he can keep doing what he does. If we sell Haaland, we'll just go back to false 9 days, and the goals are evenly distributed across about 7 or 8 different players.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
let's move on to this. Spurs Saturday, 12:30. Someone's asked me about the turnstiles. We'll see on the day. I'll
be back 1 minute.
I'll give them a true prediction on the turnstiles and how it works. Yes, I have an email. Let's see. They've said that the face recognition won't be used. We'll see. Let's just see if it is. We'll just see. That's all I know. But I will give an update on this. One thing before we do move on while we're waiting, don't forget Tuesday night, if you are local to the area or you're up in the area or over, come and join us, Boundary Park, 7 p.m. kickoff. Oldham Athletic versus Manchester City under 21s in the Virtue Trophy EFL Northern Group A. We've not played at Oldham in a competitive game for a little while, so we're trying to get 500 to 750. Trying to get 1,000 if we can lose over at Boundary Park. Really create a good atmosphere and really ball it out on Tuesday night. Big Steve's going to be there. MCFC Luca with there. 1894. Nick Jackson's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're literally just going to rock the place down.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. Cover your face, Matt, and they aren't in operation allegedly. They aren't in operation allegedly, so no reason for face to be on show. Martin, I'll meet you Tuesday. Big up, mate. Yeah, definitely. I'll probably see you Saturday morning anyway, Nick. Right. Saturday morning. Edison has not gone. Let's presume Edison's not gone. Trafford stays in there, and does Edison come back?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that, the whole Edison thing. Edison going in. I can't see it being, but I feel like this might be that Pep said something and it's been taken out of context, right? Because I can't imagine Pep this early in, like that long before the game, announcing, "Yep, Edison's going to be our keeper." It don't make sense to me. But for me, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, Martin, but the one thing we know about Edison over the years is that Edison is a very complex individual, an emotional individual, right? Like you see, when he got injured against Tottenham, how he reacted there, and then him getting upset that he was injured and saying, "Oh, I don't get enough credit," and all that type of stuff. That he wears his heart on his sleeve. Now, if you're that type of person, right now, where you don't know where your future lies, I don't think starting a game is the best idea for me. I just don't think it makes sense.
And Daps, there's a lot of things from last week where it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's why I just stick with keeping Trafford in that.
Yeah.
The only thing I would change, the only thing I'd change, to be honest, is I'd start Mamouche over Doku.
Yes, that's the only thing I would change. There is a poll in the chat now. Manchester City versus Spurs results, win, lose or draw. Give us your vote. Results at the end. I wouldn't put Edison in. I'm going to be honest with you. I probably wouldn't have Edison on the bench. But I'm a putting out because here's my thing: is Edison's head going to be right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think his head is. I hear you. I don't think his head would be right. He's not. He's not that composed player. Like we know, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and don't know, man. Don't seem.
Yeah, I'd start Trafford, but as to whether Edison's on the bench, I think Pep and Bernardo and Linders and Colo can look him in the eye, talk to him in training, and they can make a judgment on whether he's ready to be on. But I wouldn't change Trafford. Why would you drop someone after a good game like that? Yeah. Just seems a bit pointless. But we just have to trust the guys who are working with him day in, day out, seeing him in training, to make a judgment on him. They'll be able to see whether he's okay or not.
Would you do it though, Rich? You're Pep Guardiola. Edison
I'd start Trafford.
Would you put Edison on the bench?
If he's mentally right, yeah.
Okay.
Because let's be quite honest, Ortega's going. Ortega's heads out the club.
Well, is it? I don't know if he is, because the one thing no one's ever heard of is Ortega going anywhere.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Ortega's doing roly-polies in the bloody stands at the minute in the games.
Maybe he's thinking that Edison goes and Donnarumma doesn't come.
Maybe he wants to be the next Carson. Maybe he's thought, you know what, I'm not going to get in that German national team.
Yep.
I'm on something good here.
He's seen what Carson's had, and he's like, I want some of that.
I want some of that. I want some of that.
By the way, just on that, this is from today.
Hold on. He's in it again. Now, this is a jinx. Reinders is in every single winning team.
Rodri's in nearly them all now.
Right. Well, does that not tell you something? How good Rodri Reinders midfield's going to be?
And Foden's there again. Kushinov's there again.
Marmouche is there again.
Yeah, it's the same people. Are they just changing bibs?
Yeah, but look who's at the heart of it. Stonesy.
Johnny Stones.
Oh, piss off.
Johnny
You know
Stones.
what?
Johnny
Yes.
Stones and Phil Foden. They're at the heart of it.
John Stones'
The
third
centre.
game in a row. Could it be?
Well,
I've been saying
yeah,
this
he
for
hasn't
summer.
played
I feel-
midweek.
To be honest, Martin, Rich and I are just enjoying it right now before he inevitably goes away with England next month.
Exactly.
And
and
gets a
injured.
fucking injury.
You saw that after Saturday, Sunday.
Let us enjoy our day in the sun
Bro,
because
we
they're
wake
few
up-
and far between.
We woke up happy Sunday morning from the game Saturday night, and what do we have shoved in our face? That Thomas Tuchel has turned up to City's training ground, right? Just to remind us, that's right, boys and girls. International break is coming soon, which means John Stones has approximately 2 games left.
He's going to get ruined.
Oh, he's gonna be played. We all know that fit John Stones makes it into England's best 11, but they will play him for both games for the full 90 minutes, and he'll pull something in about the 75th of the second.
See, I hear what Vibe's saying, but this isn't the last game of the season. The first home game, no, I can't do sentimentality first game in Vibe. Not against Burton. I can't.
And not
No,
first
I
home
can't
game
do-
against Spurs. I think this game for me, right, is look. Last week was a good result, but this game for our confidence is a massive game, right? We beat because Spurs at the Etihad last season 4-0. They beat us 4-0, right?
I think the players will have the bit between their teeth after that result too.
So, Martin, speaking on sentimentality, 75 minutes gone, 3-0 up, we win a penalty. Do you bring Edison on?
Give it to Edison. Give it to Edison.
You're not in the South Stand this week, are you?
No, I'm going away.
You won't be doing that this
I'm
week.
going away.
Bring him
I
on.
was doing that.
Let him
I was
take a
shouting it.
penalty.
He was the one. He was the one with the KDB. Please don't go. Please stay. Don't go anywhere.
Fuck
Mate.
off.
Stay.
No, me.
Kevin De Bruyne,
Who, me?
we want you to stay.
Me.
We want you to stay.
Hey, you know
Did
my,
you not hear
you know my opinion. I wanted Kev to go. I thought it was time.
No, but it was a South Stand. You know how the South Stand is. You're in it yourself. It's the emotional stand, in it, where everyone just goes with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
Nick, the obsession with cushion off his word. He's young. Let him learn his craft, for fuck's sake.
I think there's some truth to
Nick,
that.
are you in a spicy mood tonight? You're in a spicy mood tonight, Nick. I like it. Are you getting ready for Tuesday, Nick? Are you getting your old school head on for Tuesday night? You leave these olden people.
Do you know what?
Mate.
This is a thing. I feel like City going. Well, like City going. We've all turned old school, and everyone wants to go and batter a load of wrong uns from Oldham.
Yeah.
From Oldham. My kids are from Oldham, you cheeky bastard.
I mean, technically, I'm probably moving quite close to Oldham as well at some point.
I've heard where you're moving to, and it's nowhere near Oldham.
Hold on.
Don't ever tell me.
Hold on. Where are you
Tell you
meaning?
how
All right.
far. You don't ever tell Alan anything, Daps, because it'll always come back to somebody else.
I mean, it's not far away.
Nearer to Rochdale.
Yeah, well, yeah, nearer to Rochdale, but it's not
Got
far
Morris.
away.
I had an ex-girlfriend who lived in it. Well, I nearly said it then. Anyway, moving on. Don't sell Joe at Super Joy. Nearly said it. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'd keep the same 11. The only thing I'm going to change, and please forgive me, it's just my opinion, Doku for Mamouche.
Do you know what, right?
I think there'll be a lot out there that agree with you.
Brendan
If he's
Johnson
fit.
against Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis, I think he's capable of dealing with Brendan Johnson.
And would you, if Gradio's fit, would you bring him in for Diaz?
No, I'd keep I'd keep it. But again, I wouldn't bring. I just if Pep was going to do this philosophy that was rumored, if you are in form and you are on the ball, you stay in. If you keep changing it, that's telling you're rotating around again.
Oh, I love the way Rich went. I love the way Rich went with Diaz and not Stones as well. By the way.
Yeah, why are you not taking Stones out for his third game?
No, I'm very much of this that I think one of my frustrations with Pep over recent years has been the swapping and changing of centre backs when we've got partnership.
We are the North Stand.
Hey,
Don't really work. Don't really work at the Etihad.
Under construction.
yeah.
We are the
and
family stand.
let's be real. We are the family stand as well. Let's not call it. There's a big difference between the North Stand at the Etihad and the North
We
Stand.
are family stand.
I sit in the North Stand, not the family stand. It is called the North Stand. We've got.
Yeah.
We
by the way,
are family stand.
Someone asked me,
Martin, when you give in about 6 months' time, when you try to go in there, they're going to say, "Hi, are you Are you a tourist? Or are you in the family stand?" There's no north to it. Exactly, mate. Exactly.
I've actually got to be honest. Yeah, when I'm going there, they'll be like, "Hotel stay, Mr. Horsfield." Yes.
I'm going to stay in the hotel, though. I do want to stay in the hotel once.
Same.
I definitely do.
He's ringing me, eh?
No, you know what I'll do. Dabs, I won't make a booking. I'll do a walk-in and I'll say, do you do staff rates like for airline staff? They said, no. And I say, oh, your hotel shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll go back to town.
I'm going to an Airbnb down in near Clayton Hall.
Did anyone see the video I posted the other day? There's actually a house for sale, 210 grand, right opposite. So the actual video. I saw that. Yeah, 210 grand. 210 grand. No.
We're
not
that. Barry Bolton, Radcliffe.
Yeah. So I've got. Do I go for 210 grand in Beswick or do I go to Bolton? Which one?
There's a game
I'd say Beswick for the convenience.
Very convenient.
You've got to support the kids, yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. But no, for me, I'd change it. Now, we all did our prediction. What are you thinking Tottenham are going to line up with? Because there's no Kulusevski. They've lost Son. That's two misses. They haven't got Eze. I'm not sure. I'm not as nervous about this game as I have been with Tottenham. I think Tottenham could be in for a bit of a good idea.
Do you know the thing with me is I hear it on the players, like, because two of their best players against us over recent years have been Kulusevski and Son. Kulusevski and Son have been brilliant. Against us, they've both been very good.
Just turns into fucking messy when they play us.
Yeah, when they play us, I mean, remember one of his first games in the Premier League was against us, and they beat us that day. That was, I think they beat us, was it 3-2 or something? But for me, it's Thomas Frank that I worry about in this game, not Tottenham, because I really rate Thomas Frank. I think he's such a good manager, and that's where it is a bit of an unknown with Tottenham at the moment. So, and of course, Kudus does scare me. I don't know if you heard earlier when I had the Sheikh on the channel, Martin, but his take on Doku last week, actually, I really like speaking with him because he opens my eyes a bit on things, and maybe sometimes I look at the game on a basic level. But he was saying, look, people were saying Doku had a bad game. Did Doku have a bad game? Or did Doku just not have a great game, right? And actually what Doku was doing was actually facilitating for other people. So if you look at the first 15 minutes, Doku had a lot of the ball and was having more success, but then they doubled up on him. But by doubling up on him, that then meant there was extra space for Bob, Rico, Reinders, Haaland. Yeah. And I thought, you know what? It's such a true way of looking at it. And I guess it's a little bit like the Jack Grealish role.
Treble season.
Yeah.
It's also like some of the games Haaland got criticised for. I remember against, I think it was Real Madrid away, Haaland got hammered for having a bad game. But Haaland kept 2 or 3 players busy nearly all game. And no one capitalised.
I've just had a notification appeared. We've smashed through 1 million views.
Yeah, I just see that.
So big up, everyone. Thank you. That is amazing. 1 million views.
It's your channel.
What?
Hashtag it's your channel.
No, I can't lie. I think you've got more than 1 million views, I think that's in a certain amount of time.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Absolutely amazing. Your channel. Keep it up. Keep it up. Go on, Rich. Sorry, I just had to do that because it's their channel and they deserve the thank you and the accolades.
Yeah, no, I think I'd finished.
Rich, it's not to do with you. You are just the Oh, what's it when you put around the tinsel? You had a tinsel around the tree. They are the tree.
Question: when do you lot put up your Christmas trees?
Oh Jesus! You asked my missus. She went.
If you have a real Christmas tree in Australia, because it's the summer, you can't put it up till about 2 weeks before.
Because it sets on fire within a day.
Yeah, because
you get fire repellent ones in Australia.
So I usually go about 2 weeks before. I don't know, the weekend that's around the 12th or something.
Why would you put yours up?
Me. So ever since my ex moved out, and I had one Christmas where I love Christmas. I'm like a big elf. I've promised my daughter that we would put it up the first weekend after bonfire night. So
about a month earlier, yeah.
So usually round about the 10th of November, something like that. However, this year I am playing with the idea of getting up just in time for Halloween.
Oh, behave!
I might do it, you know. I might
what
do
are
it.
you doing?
I might do it. I'm up for it, you know.
Are you one of these wankers that walks around housing units in October going, "Isn't that lovely"?
Oh, I mean, if you're asking him from a wanker, the answer is yes. Am I a wanker that? Right, I love Christmas. Like, I literally am obsessed with Christmas.
I get it, but not October.
Nah, I'm thinking. Like, me and my daughter have pretty much agreed October.
No, it's for your daughter. No, see, I always say, and by the way, if you go to housing units, big up. I have done it myself, but I always see it. You can tell. Because my partner likes a little roam around housing units. We can't afford a lot of the shit in there. Like, we actually, you know what it's like, you know, a little tinsel thing on the trees about.
Oh, yeah, I love going around them. Oh, yeah.
You walk around and you're like, can't afford out in here, but we'll have a look.
I'll show you what at Christmas. I have
said
like
this earlier. Christmas ads are out. Oh, they're selling Christmas chocolate in Morrison's now.
I have decorations out the front, like my whole front garden's lit up as well. And
yeah. Now I think we always have nothing can happen till December. Can't even think about it. If I play, I can't play Shaking Stevens till the 1st of December.
Yeah, my bad. I told you.
Get divorced.
Right. We're going to end in a minute.
Actually, hold on. I haven't looked at. Let's have a quick look at it real quick.
Go on.
Manchester City fixture.
Well, just while you're doing that, I'm just going to chuck this up. These are predictions for the week 2. I've gone for the 2-1 win. So give us your predictions in the chat now. I've gone for the 2-1 win. B, we need to know she is away at the moment. Pat's gone 3-1. Ozzy's gone 3-1. And Rich and Alan have both copied me.
Oh, no, that's minging.
So we're already playing
the... Didn't Fee just send one in the group chat?
Sure.
Yeah, check the group chat. I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
Right.
I think what Martin's saying is that Martin and me copied Alan.
No, because I said 2-1 first. Mine was up there ages ago.
No, but Alan should be alphabetically top.
Right. Sorry. Fee has sent hers, so I can now update it.
Was it 3-0 she went for? Or?
Do you know, I still haven't packed yet. I'm leaving at 10 in the morning.
Sorry, I got shut out there. I'll get rid of this now. So Fee has sent it.
3-0. She's gone.
Yeah, she's gone 3-0. So that's going to be good. Give us your predictions in there. So the table looks like this so far. Aussie's on 3 points and we're all on 1. Correct scores are 3 points. Correct result is 1 point. And there are our predictions. And the loser who finishes bottom, the person who finishes top has to give a forfeit. For the person at the bottom, has to be done live on air.
Martin, have you seen the fixtures, Christmas period? Minging.
No, there's no boxing.
So 27th, Forest away. That'll be a good away trip.
13.
I might be there for that. I might be there for that.
Forest away is a good one on the 27th.
On holiday.
Yeah.
But
Fee's moved house and on holiday. She will be back.
But then we've got so 27th Forest
Sunderland away.
30th Sunderland away. So we've got 2 away games in between.
Sunderland away week night, yeah. You'll be getting there at 4 in the morning.
It may get moved.
I can't lie.
Because-
Yeah, which one? Sunderland, do you reckon?
Yeah, they have asked. They're still waiting on an answer. They've asked for the Premier League to move everything.
2 away games back to back over Christmas is pretty shitty. I can't.
4-0 Mamouche hat trick. Benny's gone 3-1, 3-3. Bar humbug, it's still summer. 3-1. Loving it. Mark once every 10 years. I'm going for another 4-0. Do you know what? A lot of people are quite confident in this one.
Yeah.
Buxton 2-0, 5-2 Peter Grester. Pardo's gone 3-1, 3-0, 3-0, 4-0. There's only the bloody Liverpool fan who's gone for the draw.
Good old Joseph. Yes, yes. Hey, so here's one.
Yeah.
Marmouche,
Yes.
if he bags a couple, which I think he might, because I think he might start, right? Do we really need to start wondering about this curse of Marmouche away from home?
Well, he's not starting.
So you're saying we'll play Rodrigo in home matches and Rodrigo away and Marmouche at home?
No, do you know what? I hope Marmouche starts, and I think, do you know what? I just got a weird thought in my head then that I think
I've had a super chat of Fallon, but it's not
Marmouche
on
might
the screen.
Marmouche might get a race.
I have to say,
I know you have to go, but
and
here
do a
it is.
lift. Yeah.
Alan, I don't know why it didn't come up, mate. My apologies. Thank you. City will not sign Rodrigo and will not sign Donna. Can't play out from the back. No. Thank you for $5.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway,
Good
no,
night.
great. We're going to close up now anyway. There was a poll at the beginning that we're just going to look at now. I said, will Manchester City
See you Saturday, Rich.
Spurs win, lose or draw? 90% have gone for the win. Draw 5% and the loss 5%.
Well,
so 90% for the win. I thought Spurs were our bogey. Everyone's like, yeah, we're smashing them.
Yeah, I did mean away from home, not at home. He definitely bags at home. I did mean away from home. Yeah, don't know, man. I'm nervous, but I feel like at the moment I'm still suffering from PTSD.
He does only score at the South Stand.
Yeah. I'm still suffering from PTSD of last season. I can't lie. So at the moment, I just still feel like I'm.
Mamouche got a winner away at Burnley when I smashed my knee and had Big Steve babysitting me.
Who wrote that?
Nick Jackson, part of the 1894.
Right, yeah.
Nick is, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
Because YouTube and StreamYard have done this silly let's move everything around.
Yeah, I
now.
don't get why they're doing it. But I also remember hearing about the babysitting as well off of Steve.
Oh, MC, he's gone for 4 each. Jesus. I do think we'll concede because I do think we will be slightly open at the back. But I think we're going to outscore everyone for sure.
Let's hope so.
But anyway, no final thoughts, gentlemen. Daps, what have you got coming up on the channel? Anything tomorrow?
Yeah, so I am going to be releasing a upload tomorrow morning, just giving my preview to the game. And then I'm flying out to Marrakesh for 3 days drinking. But there will be a show tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Steve and lads will be on there. And then through the weekend, I'm obviously still going to be watching football, so I still will be probably be more uploads than lives. Although I might drop one live just for you to see the gaff, and I might even practice my cannonball in the pool live on the stream.
Martin Daps, I was on the. Apparently, we hate each other. That was the rhetoric last week. We hate each other.
Nobody hates like family.
Well, that's the thing, that if you see people actually arguing the way me and Martin argue, but then we're on shows together, it kind of tells you we're like brothers. So,
same with me and Alan. Me and Alan just we debate. The thing is, you just someone said to me the other day in your comments that why do I only support local fans? I said, you don't watch the Mancunian way, do you?
oh God.
I said we have an American show, an Aussie show. I said around the world show. Where the frig do you think we're going here? I'm up till 4 a.m. doing spaces. What
you really are. I can't find spaces on my phone though.
I'll show it you one day.
Because sometimes
no,
I want to listen to them.
You know what?
playing.
A cracking show tonight. Really enjoyed it. I don't know if we'll be live tomorrow. I may do a press conference reaction. It depends if there's out juicer. If Pep comes out with his usual, well, Edison's fit and there's no wrong with it, there's no point. Because I'm not expecting anything juicy to come out of it. I think.
Sorry, what are we talking about here? I switched off and all
the
of a sudden...
pre-match press conference. I was going to do a reaction every week, but I know everyone's going to go, oh, did he say out juicy about Akanji or about Gunn? And you know, Pep doesn't do that in press conferences.
No, it's way too composed for that stuff. You can tell sometimes, but the way Pep walks into those press conferences and walks out of them, he so does not want to be there.
Well, they don't realise, the media guy, he stands at the side and before it goes live, he's telling them what they can and cannot ask. He's saying, don't say this, don't mention that, we're not going to talk about that.
Fair play.
Anyway, right, we will do a space. Give me...
Oh, lovely.
5 minutes. Oh, by the way, Daps, I sent you that video.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it in a minute.
Hamza was the best car salesman I've ever met. He has literally shone Savio up to the world. This was one quote, carried Girona in their Champions League experience last season. He is one of the best dribblers in the league. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Are you trying to sell him or something? Like,
maybe it's a genius move. Get him in front of Levy now.
This is what I'm saying. Maybe we need to send Hamza down to Tottenham to get this deal closed up.
Right, get him doing his little dance. Yeah.
Anyway, big up. Is Never a Foul or anything live soon? I don't know if there's anyone live.
I don't know if anyone's live.
No, LB just went on with
LB
Dan Potts.
LB will probably be live.
LB just went on with Dan Potts about 20 minutes.
I'll send you all over to LB. So anyway, yes, big up everyone. You're all legends. Smash the likes on the way out. And as always, up the Blues. Take care and have a great weekend. Post-match, Saturday or Sunday, we'll let you know because we probably could do it Saturday night, It depends on who's available. It will depend on availability because it's early and I'm not going out drinking or out, so we might be able to do it. But as always, up the Blues. Take care. You legends.